So this is a video about why I hate the game Pokemon Go that's recently been released and already has about 50 million downloads. Now, don't get me wrong, I am literally the world's biggest Pokemon fan of all time. I've been watching Pokemon since I was about 6 years old. I love the TV series. And I love the TV series more than I love the franchises of Pokemon, to be honest with you. Like the DS games and things like that. More than that, I'm actually a lover of the TV series of Pokemon Go because the story is just beautiful. It's about like Ash Ketchum starting out as a 10-year-old. He's on this long journey. He's going to become the biggest Pokemon master ever. And it's such a meaningful story. There's a lot of like meaning in the TV series that isn't there with the games and things like that. So I think I'm a true Pokemon fan. I don't hate the games, but it's not what I'm keen on. I'm a fan of the actual TV series because that's what it's all about, in my opinion. And I love that theme tune, the original theme tune. It goes, I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. I love that theme tune so much. So yeah, I used to sing that and I was a big Pokemon fan. And when this game came out, I was so excited. I was like, wow, they're saying that you can catch Pokemon in real life, in the real world. That's something really new. I'm gonna download it. And I downloaded it myself. And I was very disappointed. And I'm going to explain why I was extremely disappointed by this game. Which, it's not been that long. This has been like, a month or 2 months since this was released. And it's already got a whopping 50 million downloads, as you can see here. It's got 50 million downloads. And when I downloaded it, this is the first thing I saw. You choose your character, you create your avatar, and you get this, basically. You're standing in the middle of nowhere, basically. Well, not nowhere. That's supposed to be your area. It's a map of your area on the GPS. And you're standing there. And when I saw this, I was like, wow, so how do you move it? How do you control it? Do you click somewhere, or how do you control this? Then I found out that apparently you have to actually walk around and leave the house in order to move. So you're moving real time. And that's a huge problem because it's like, where you're sitting, you're only able to catch like a few Rattatas or a Spearow or something like that. Just one of those very weak and ordinary Pokemons. The Spearow, the Rattata, this is another thing that comes at night, the bat thing. And those are the only ones. I've been catching them over and over again, and that's all I've got in my whole area. And I'll tell you what, I haven't been sitting in my house all day. I've been leaving the house and I've been going here and there and everywhere. I've been shopping, etc., etc. But those are the only Pokemons that are available in my area. I was hoping to catch like some Pikachus. I was hoping to catch Charmander. But no, you only get rubbish Pokemons. And another problem is that because it's real time, you're moving real time. What that means is they have restricted... this is the reality of it, okay? What I was trying to say is they have restricted Pokemon to their entire continents. Like, it's literally like this. They're saying to you, people who live in France, you can't have... people who live in France, you can't have a Charmander because Charmanders are only available in the UK or in Germany, or even worse than that, they're saying people in, I don't know, China or India, this Pokemon is not available to you because that's only available in Europe or America. So what kind of a game, hang on a minute, what kind of a game restricts you whole continents? Whole continents, that's ridiculous, isn't it? Everyone should have equal opportunity to be able to catch whatever Pokemon they want. And I know there's this thing, like it's exciting when they make it a rare Pokemon and things like that. But still, they can't, like, there's some limits. There's got to be some limits. They can't restrict Pokemon to whole continents, you know? And that's one thing. And another thing is that the server is always down. The Pokemon server is always down. And loads of people have been complaining about that as well, which is, it shows inefficiency, in my opinion, that the server is always down every 2 days. So, yeah, that's one of the things. And you can't change, like, do you see this avatar here, the character that you can see here in front of you? You can't change the appearance of that character. Like if you want to put a new jacket on him or her, you want to change the shoes or the cap around, you can't do that apparently at the moment. Maybe they'll introduce that in the future, but you can't do that either. And yeah, it's very limited. It's very limited. And another thing is that it's hard to actually progress in the game. Like you can't buy anything because the virtual coins that they give you, they're paid coins. Like the virtual coins that you need to buy Pokeballs and incenses and things like that in the game. You have to pay real money for those things. You have to pay real money for those things in order to buy those things. And most games, I'll tell you, it's nothing new. Most games charge real money to players, but they also make a way. They mostly make a way for them to earn that for free without having to spend that money. But this is really unusual. There's not very many games that almost completely restrict you and say that you have to spend real money to buy coins in the game. Very few games do that. And as a result, I am not going to be giving them my hard-earned money, not a penny of it, for cartoon characters, okay? For cartoon characters. I do not spend money on cartoon characters. And wait, I'll show you something here. Another problem with Pokemon Go is that, as you can see here, it says that you have to have internet connection at all time to play it. And some people only have a Wi-Fi connection. You have to understand that some people don't have 3G or 4G connection on their phone. Like when I'm out and about, I don't have an internet connection. I only have internet connection when I'm at home. So it's like you're gonna have to spend extra money buying 3G or whatever, which is gonna take up a lot of data as you're walking out and about with the game on all the time. And it would just drain your battery. This game drains the battery big time as well. But one of the things that really got me about this game, all this is fine, really, but one of the things that really got me about this game and why I really hate it is this. Have a look at this. Pokemon Go players deface war memorial to catch some cartoon characters. These are grown adults. Can you believe that the people who do this are grown men, probably grown adults doing this? Now, you can just say, oh, they're a bit silly and laugh at them on Facebook. But no, they're nasty and stupid people. What does this say about our society? Does this not say something about our society? It does say, I'm sorry, I don't want to be deep, but this right here says something about our world today and our society today. Because in all honesty, I wouldn't expect the main target audience for this game to be adults. I would expect it to be children. I don't expect adults to be the main target audience for this game, but the fact of the matter is that more adults play it than children, which I find really bizarre in itself, to be honest with you. And there's nothing wrong with that. But look at this. Look at this. This is disgusting. They have no respect. Our society has no respect whatsoever. That's what this proves. And more than that, it's quite dangerous as well. Well, not more than that, but it's quite dangerous. And look at this. A teenager was shot. A teenager was shot when they broke into someone's house to catch a Pokemon. Look at that. And I know you can't blame this on the game. A lot of people say, listen, you can't blame this on the game. You cannot blame this on Pokemon Go. This could happen with any game and stuff like that. And of course, it's true. It's not the game's fault that these idiots are doing this sort of thing. However, the way the game is created, the way the game is arranged in real time, and that they put Pokemon in ridiculous locations like power plants, they put Pokemon in ridiculous locations, in graveyards, in power plants. It's stupid, isn't it? It's absolutely stupid. It's not. They shouldn't have done that. This is what I think. The real world element, what makes this game new and a little bit different to any other game out there in the world currently. And some people said, like Superwoman. I don't know if you know Superwoman. She's Lily Singh, I Superwoman I on YouTube. She's been advertising this game recently, saying that she loves the game and that it's completely changed or innovated gaming altogether. I disagree with that. All they've done is just added a camera and a GPS to gaming. I don't think that's really breakthrough technology or anything breakthrough, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think that that's true. But I think that they should not have relied on the real world element. The real world element should have been just a extra sort of a novelty within the game. And I think this would have worked better. This game would have worked better as a open world game like Zelda. Have you heard of Zelda? Has anyone heard of Zelda on here? Because I think it would have worked better as like Zelda. And what do I mean by that? Is that you could have the character walking around in this huge open world and catching Pokemon like that, looking for Pokemon, hunting Pokemon in this open world rather than the real world. I think that would have been way better. I'm sorry, but if this was an open world game rather than a real world game, that would have been much better. Like, I don't know, Skyrim or something like that. It could have been like a Minecraft or Skyrim style. That would have been much better. We could just explore this open world, or like Grand Theft GTA style, explore this open world and catch Pokemon that way. That would have been much better and safer as well as a game. And I think that would have worked out a lot better than this real world element. And, you know, there's this article here saying don't fall for these hoaxes, and that these stories are exaggerated that come on the news. While some of these stories are a little bit exaggerated, there is a lot of truth in the fact that people are putting themselves in danger and doing stupid things to catch some cartoon characters. Okay, stupid things to catch some cartoon characters. There is a lot of truth in it. It's not a complete lie. These stories that are coming out are not a complete lie. There is some truth in it, though it could be exaggerated in certain cases. And, you know, I'll tell you something. The last time a game has been this popular, when's the last time a game has been this popular as Pokemon Go? I would accurately say Flappy Bird. That's right, Flappy Bird in 2013 by Dong Nugent. That's like the last time a game has been this successful or this popular. Let me Google that right now. Flappy Bird. Yes, look. This game is the last time something has been this successful as Pokemon Go. And what do I mean by that is because celebrities, I'm telling you, and it's only been a month, we're forgetting, it's only been like 2 months since the game came out. And celebrities like Justin Bieber, Superwoman Miranda Sings have advertised the game on their channels and accounts. I will show you now. Where is Justin Bieber? Yes, there it is. Justin Bieber likes Pokemon Go. And I'll tell you, this story annoyed me so much when I saw this. This story did annoy me so much, like, when I saw this. Because, yeah, I'm not going to lie to you, I hate Justin Bieber. I'm not a Justin Bieber fan at all, and I hate Justin Bieber. And I think that idiots, morons like these are destroying the franchise, the amazing franchise that is Pokemon. Pokemon, not Pokemon Go, but they are destroying Pokemon, basically. They're destroying one of the most revered franchises of all time, and that is Pokemon Go. They're sleazifying it. They are sleazifying it. And I'll tell you, there's like Zelda, you know, the Legend of Zelda series. The same thing happened when Robin Williams died. The actor the comedian and actor Robin Williams died. And he was a big Zelda fan. He's even named his daughter Zelda, for God's sake. And his fans were demanding that he's put into the next Zelda game. And that made me furious, absolutely furious. I mean, Robin Williams was a wonderful comedian. Like, I watched one or two of his movies. Like, I saw his role in Jumanji and things like that. And he's really funny. But the people who are saying that are not Zelda fans. We have to make that clear. They're not Zelda fans, the people who are saying that. They are Robin Williams fans, not Zelda fans, who are saying that. So they destroy franchises like Pokemon and, you know, things. But these celebrities just destroy everything, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm not a fan of Pokemon Go because I think that it's destroying Pokemon basically, and how wonderful it is and what it's all about and things like that. And another thing is that the actual game in Pokemon Go, the actual way you play the game, I'll show you now. The actual way you play the game in Pokemon Go actually is very different to what happens in the TV series. What I mean is that the way the Pokemon evolves, there's no XP. Why should there be XP? Do you know what I mean? There's no XP in real Pokemon. That's not what happens. That there's a big flaw. And, all I would say is that on the whole, this game, I think they've rushed to release it. It feels like incomplete. It feels like it's still in the very early development stages of the game. It's not a finished game. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like they just thought of this idea and they started making this game on their computer and they just immediately released it within the first few weeks. It feels like an incomplete game, which I think maybe if they'd worked on it for a few months or even a year or something like that, then it would have been much better than what it is now. So yes, I deleted it. I will show you. Look, I deleted this game. As you can see, I did install it before and I have deleted this game off my phone. And I did delete it before, but I got it back and I deleted it, got it back, stuff like that. But this time, it's permanently gone. I'm not getting it back. I refuse to get it back in the near future. I think it's terrible. And the bottom line I have to say about my review of Pokemon Go, well, before I say that, I have to say that there are a few good things in my opinion about this. It's not completely terrible. Like, with everything, there's always a few positive points usually, and I do want to bring light to that. Maybe a good point about this game is how, I don't know, I can't even think of a good point. Hang on a minute. It's like how it's made Pokemon more accessible to everyone. Like, anyone can pick it up and pay. Maybe that's an advantage or something like that. But my bottom line on this review and of this game is that, in my opinion, I do not consider this to be a game at all. I don't think it's a bad game, okay? I don't think it's a bad game. I'm saying that this is not a game at all. Because this is just... Hang on a minute. I don't consider... Look at this. I don't consider an avatar standing in the middle of nowhere to be a game. An avatar standing in the middle of nowhere doing nothing, in my opinion, is not a game. That doesn't classify as a game. A game is where you do things, you collect things, you fight things. That's a game. Just standing in the middle of nowhere and paying hard-earned cash for everything, in my opinion, is not a game. And I want people to wake up and smell the coffee. Okay, and don't be a sheep just because millions of people are downloading it. You don't have to be a sheep and download it as well. And I mean, you have to try it. If you haven't tried it, you can try it. But you don't have to, if you don't like it, you don't have to keep playing it and follow everyone else who's downloaded it. You know what I'm saying? This is just not a game, in my opinion. This is a rip-off, people. This is not a game. You can't release something and just call it a game when it's not a game. You know what I'm saying? You'd be much better off going for one of those DS Pokemon games or something like that. But this is a load of rubbish. I'm so sorry. And I'm not a fan of Pokemon Go. And that's my opinion on this game. Thank you for watching my review. And I know that not everyone would agree with this. And I respect that not everyone agrees with this. But this is my opinion. And thank you for watching.